Mr. President, I have a resolution that I've talked about before. I want to emphasize that it's not a bill. Could I ask for order, Mr. President?
Can I order in the chamber?
I want to emphasize, Mr. President, that it is a resolution. It's not a bill. I also want to emphasize at the outset that it only applies to the Senate. It only applies to the United States Senate. And here's what my resolution would do. It would change Senate rules to provide that when we are in a shutdown, that senators cannot be paid, cannot receive their salaries. Their checks would be, think of it this way, Mr. President, locked in a vault. And once the shutdown is over, the senators could pick them up. Now, if I think everybody in the Congress knows what I'm about to say, may be a bit cynical, but it's true. If I were king for a day, I'm not, and I don't aspire to be, and I wanted to avoid shutdowns, I would do two things. I would provide that members of Congress can't be paid during a shutdown, and I would provide that members of Congress can't leave Washington, D.C. during a shutdown. Now, I can't pass the second part of that. So I'm going to try to pass the first part of that. This resolution, again, it's not a bill, is about shared sacrifice. And I'm not doing it to punish anybody. I'm not doing it to try to embarrass anybody. I recognize that there are varying degrees of wealth among United States senators and their ability to go without a paycheck. I know, and like every member of this body, and every member of this body has grown, who has a substantial amount of wealth, has achieved that wealth through their own hard work. And most, if not all of them, started with nothing. And you know what I say? God bless them. More power to them. That's America. So I want to put that up front because I'm sure that some are going to point out that some of our members are wealthier than others. And it's true. I mean, not to single anybody out, but I've seen Senator Rick Scott's house. It's bigger than a Costco, okay? More power to him. He earned that. I've seen Senator Mark Warner's house. It's bigger than a Target. More power to him. He earned that money. He started from nothing. So did Rick. But this bill isn't about that. It's about shared sacrifice and sending a message. We've got about a squillion employees at the Department of Homeland Security that aren't being paid. And there is no prospect of them being paid. Before I yield to my colleague, Senator Marino, I want to point this out. I said it yesterday, but I'm going to say it again. The party line among us is that we're that close to reaching a deal, to which I respond, a deal to get government back open, to which I respond respectfully, dream weaver, okay? I don't believe it. I hope I'm wrong. I know Mr. Holman is now involved. He's good, but he can't work miracles. I do not believe, because of the faction of my friend's party, my Democratic friend's party, that is in.
A fiery moment erupts in the Senate as a bold resolution to stop lawmakers' pay during a government shutdown is suddenly blocked. What started as a push for shared sacrifice quickly turns into confusion, confrontation, and a jaw-dropping rule debate that leaves everyone stunned. Watch the full breakdown of what happened, why it matters, and the unexpected twist that changed everything.
Time to come back and explain? Wait, I see the parliamentarian giving us some guidance. Tony, trust me, I know what I'm doing.
The chair cannot answer that.
Okay. May I inquire why not, sir?
Not opine on why a senator is in the chamber or not in the chamber.
Can you opine on why my colleague objected and then immediately left, and whether he's coming back?
Not an appropriate parliamentary inquiry.
Mr. President, my parliamentary inquiry is a bit different than that. I never heard a senator recognized from the chair by the President of the Senate. The President of the Senate, you had the senator from Louisiana had the floor. The presiding officer said, "Is there objection?" At which time, routinely, someone seeks recognition on the floor.
And the objection was heard.
The senator does not need the floor to.
The senator does not need the floor to object.
So I just want to be sure, Mr. President, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but I see our parliamentarians here and they can give you able advice. Does that mean I can object to anything at any time without being recognized?
That's correct.
I don't even have to get the floor.
Does not need the floor.
The senator does not need the floor to object to
So
a
I can
unanimous
walk
consent.
in the middle of a debate without the floor, right back here in front of God and country, and say, I object, and it shuts things down? I don't understand that.
If there is a unanimous consent request pending, any senator in the chamber can object,
Including the chair.
including the chair.
Without having the floor.
Correct.
That's correct.
And again, with respect, Mr. President, is your ruling that Senator Schatz, who is my friend, I talked to him before I was coming down, he did not have the floor, but he can still object?
The objection was raised and the objection was heard.
But did he have the floor?
The objection was properly lodged. The objection was heard.
Yes, sir. Not to put too fine a point on it, but did he have the floor? Because
The senator did not need the floor. He raised an objection and the objection was heard
And sustained.
and sustained.
Senator Marino, did you want to say something? I saw you raising your hand.
Mr. President,
The senator from Ohio.
I just wanted to clarify.
Please, don't forget to like, comment, and hit the subscribers button for more political updates.